Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Davis again with another parable from Jesus. And this parable is about the wise and the foolish builders. Jesus told a parable about a wise man and a foolish man who each built a house, but on different foundations. The foundation is the base or bottom part of a house. The foundation is very important in having a strong, sturdy house. The wise man built his house on a rock foundation, and the foolish man built his house on a sand foundation. Both houses looked good and served their purposes well until one day when a terrible storm came. The fierce storm blew hard against both the houses. The windows rattled and shook from the blowing winds. The water swirled around the foundations of the houses. Eventually, the sand began to wash away from under the house that was built on the sand foundation, leaving the house without a foundation. Then the house on the sandy foundation crumbled and collapsed. It could not stand without a foundation. Whereas the house built on the rock foundation withstood the winds and the great rains of the storm, for it was built on a rock foundation. Jesus said that in life, a wise man is one who builds his life on Jesus and his word. For other foundation can no man lay that is laid, which is Jesus Christ. Boys and girls, we're going to talk about some Christian principles using our story of the wise and the foolish. We can compare a Christian life to a house. Here's our house, a nice strong house. Any size, any color, just as we all come in many sizes and colors. We enter that house by a door called baptism. Whoever believes and is baptized will be saved, but whoever does not believe will be condemned, as in Mark 16. Well, our house has windows to let in light. Windows let in light, which makes us grow. And here we have one window named study and another window named prayer. These will definitely help us to grow as a Christian. Well, our Christian life is really topped off, or the roof, by our good deeds that we do. We call this Christian service. And our house, of course, is warmed by love. Without it, our Christian life would be like an iceberg. This is really a great Christian house, isn't it? But wait, is something missing? Well, of course, the foundation. That's what we've been talking about. Without a foundation, that house cannot stand at all. Remember our story about the two men who built the houses. They each chose a different foundation. The foolish man chose sand, and his house fell. The wise man chose rock, and his house stood firm. Well, the rock for our foundation is faith. Without faith, it is impossible to please God, as in Hebrews 11. Without faith, our Christian house could not stand. Something else is wrong with this story too. Can you tell me what it is? If you were building a house, where would you start? Well, with the foundation, of course. We built our house backwards. The foundation should come first. And that is true with our Christian life also. Our foundation of faith is what we build our entire life on. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you remember the song that we always sang in Bible class. the wise and the foolish builders. So let's sing that together, shall we? The wise man built his house upon a rock. The wise man built his house upon a rock. The wise man built his house upon a rock, and the rains came tumbling down. Oh, the rains came down as the floods went up. The rains came down as the floods went up. The rains came down as the floods went up, and the wise man's house stood firm. But the foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand. The foolish man built his house upon the sand, and the rains came tumbling down. Oh, the rains came down as the floods went up. The rains came down as the floods went up. The rains came down as the floods went up, and the foolish man's house went smash. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ, and the blessings will come down. Oh, the blessings will come down as your prayers go up. The blessings will come down as your prayers go up. The blessings will come down as your prayers go up. So build your house on the Lord Jesus Christ. Well, that's pretty much all I have for you today, except I do have one more song that I'm going to play for you. And as that song is playing, I'm going to be showing you some pictures of actually a 3rd, 4th, 5th grade class of mine back in, I think it was about 2012. And you're going to see some characters such as Lacey Gilmore, who is my granddaughter and happens to have a birthday today. Happy birthday, Lacey. Well, the Gilmores have just moved to Texas. And another person you're going to see in this pictures is another young lady that moved to Texas, and that is Sarah Doyle. I also had 2 boys in my class, twin boys, the Wersch boys. You will see Samuel and Joseph Wersch. So until we meet again, bye-bye. You are